Coach, I've really enjoyed myself the last 2 days down here. I think you have a phenomenal program. But tell me, when a kid comes here and you're building a relationship, tell me about this championship relationship that you build with kids. I'm really impressed with that.
Well, we're concerned about the whole kid, not just the basketball part of a kid when he comes here to play for us. We want to see him be well groomed. We want to see him be able to go and be successful long after basketball and learn some life lessons. And I've been fortunate enough to be a part of several national championship teams and win conference championships here, but to me that's not what this is about. This is about seeing kids go on and be successful in life and be good fathers and good people and serve others. And that's what we're trying to do here at WKU.
Speaking of serving others, and we talk about chemistry, and that's something we've been doing for the last couple of days, and I've been impressed with the way the guys are coming together. How do you go about building chemistry with your players, and where does it rate, in the X and O's of your coaching philosophy?
I think the most important thing in any coach is chemistry. And with me, it's about relationships and understanding that kid. And, in any good team or any good working relationship, there are sacrifices that have to be made for the success of that team, the success of that job. And when you can get guys to come together for one common goal and to sacrifice things that are important for the team, I think it's a life lesson for when they leave WKU to go on and be successful after basketball. And it goes back to what we talked about earlier about the whole person.
Every kid that you recruit obviously is not a winner, and like coaches they like to have a kid who's a winner. But you do a good job with development. Tell me a little bit about development and what does that mean to you? Kid is not a finished product. How do you go about molding and shaping him to become not only just a good player, but a good citizen that can contribute to society, contribute to the academic community?
Again, I think it starts with a relationship. It starts with trust, but communication. Trying to get guys to get out of their comfort zone. And kids 18 to 22 and 53, we're going to make mistakes, but learning from those mistakes, and not only learning from those mistakes, but growing from those and not repeating, having a repeat pattern. I think it's important that when guys make mistakes that we talk about them and we talk about ways to correct them so we don't repeat the same pattern. I think it's the same thing on the court. You're going to make mistakes, but it's our job as coaches to talk to them so we don't have that same mistake repeated. And, again, I've been in this business a long time, and I say it, but not only do I say it, I mean it. The most important thing to me when these kids leave, that I know they're going to be successful off the court. And I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it with guys that people thought had no chance to be successful, and to me, they can take away the rings or whatever, but they'll never be able to take away that feeling I have to get a call or to get a text from a former player that they just had their first child or that they got that job promotion. And to me, it's gratifying and very satisfying.
There's a lot of kids out there who've received a lot of hype and they've been placed on the pedestal by the AAU coach or by the high school coach. How do you go about challenging a kid to keep him grounded so that he fits in, responsibly with other players and he receives coaching? How do you go about challenging a player?
Communication, and you hit it right on the head. A lot of these kids, they feel like they're placed on a pedestal, and it's our job as coaches to make them see that they're no different than anyone else. Mm-hmm. And I think it goes back to serving others and seeing other people that maybe not are as fortunate as them, and that Life isn't always as bad as it seems when things are not going well for you, but that they have to be a good teammate, they have to be a good husband, they have to be a good friend if they're going to be successful in life.
Speaking of life, this has really been an honor and a privilege to be working with you for the last couple of days. Probably the word that's probably used the most in building chemistry is trust. How much do you factor that into the chemistry building process, and how do you go about cultivating trust in your program with your players?
Trust with me, I think it's the same in a good marriage. Anything, you have to trust that person has your best interests at heart. I think it goes back to communication. Guys have to sometimes see it, not only hear it, but when they can see a kid in a tough situation and that you really are there for them. And I tell our kids all the time that I hope you don't ever make a mistake. I hope that you're never in a situation where I have to have your back. And my thing is, I have to be there for them. These kids are from DC, from overseas or wherever, and their parents have entrusted them with me, and I feel like I'm obligated, and it's an honor for me to be there for them. My wife and I don't have children, but we say we have 15, and they happen to change from year to year, and I want them to feel like that they can come to me with anything, and that I'll try to help them. And I always tell them, don't come in my office unless you want to hear the truth, and ask me about anything, whether it be basketball, life, but I'm not going to try to tell them just what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them how I feel and try to be as honest with them as possible. And I think that's important for kids.
And that's building chemistry with the Hilltoppers.
My man.